Well, I think when we look at the future, we look at the investments that the province has made, the Liberal government, to the island fishers and farmers in the last 4 years. I think you'll see that those initiatives will continue, particularly in the fishing and in the farming. And with respect to the farming, we're looking at expanding some of our crops. It's already happened with the soybean. We have 44,000 acres of soybean in the past year. And organic, the certification of organic farmers, I think, is going to help us to increase, particularly in rural PEI, some of the farming. And there's obviously a need for that. In the past 3 years, we've certified 65 new organic farmers, and we expect that will continue into the future. And of course, it's finding the new markets for those types of crops, and I think that'll go a long way to assisting farmers. We saw these great successes we've had with the beef industry in particular over the last number of years.
Well, you'd have to look at new markets, new places to get rid of your fish. So you have more competition for the fish and better price for them. Same with the farmers. You'd have to new markets for their product. I know there's places in Canada that never sees an island potato or an island fish. Do some advertising in that way, move them that way.
We would like to enhance small farms and new farms, farmers to come into PEI. We think it's important that they be brought, to keep young people here and to create young families. Years ago, I grew up on a farm, and a lot of young families were raised around farms. And in order to keep the young people here in PEI, we need to enhance that and make it more profitable for farmers. And I think a lot of local stores for farmers to sell their goods is something that I've been pushing since 2007 when they closed the hog plant, 2007, 2008 perhaps. So it's something that, it's something that will, that's one of the things we'll do, is to have incentives for small farms to open new farms. And probably what we're looking for also is to have some kind of like years ago there was a place here, I worked there when I was a kid, or when I was in my teens, Langley's, Fraser Vale's frozen foods down here in Montague, and all the farmers in the surrounding communities supported that place. You could grow 5 acres of crop and take it there and get money for your labor. So those are the things we want to do, but the only thing we would like to do with something like that was to have it a community-owned and farmer-based cooperative rather than having they were from BC. We want to have the people and the community of Montague own that place, and that's one of the things I'll be pushing for farmers and fishermen. Fishermen need to, if they have anything we can do to help them with their bait. We can't do much about the gas prices right here, but the bait, if they need storage for that and other things that we can help with fishermen, we'll look into that too. Most of all, we'll work with those people, farmers and fishermen, and find out what they need and what their issues are and what their problems are, and have it as a cooperative effort, not just government dictating what's going on. And some of the regulations in fishing and farming need to be changed also. That's basically it on farming and fishing. I will push to keep this hospital open full-time, 24-hour service at the emergency hospital in Montague. I talked to a lot of people, seniors, especially in this area around this hospital here. I'm canvassing here today, and a lot of seniors don't feel much comfort knowing that if they get sick at night or any time when this place is closed, they have a long trip. It's likely 2 or 3 hours before they get to see a doctor, perhaps sometimes longer. So that, there's a lot of stress on seniors because of that fact, and I'm hearing that as I go door to door, that a lot of seniors are they're worried and they're concerned about their hospital being closed up. And if we're elected, if I'm elected and our party's elected, or no matter what, how many members we get elected, we're going to push the Liberal government and the Conservative government, if they're in, to make sure that these rural hospitals are kept open, because it's too much stress on seniors having them worry. That stress is not good either for people, and that causes a lot of illnesses too. So added stress with the hospital, the emergency room being closed is bad policy, and we'll do everything we can to change that.
Yes, of course they should. It's a necessity. It's everybody's needs to feel safe in their own community, that if they get into trouble, they have a hospital nearby that they can go to at any hour of the day or night. It's, yeah, it has to be done.
I think the government can do as much as they can to ensure that hospital care and health care is going to be safe and provide that for the people in rural Prince Edward Island. I think when we see the additional outpatient centres opening up, the walk-in clinics, I think that will open up our emergency room services in rural PEI. Those type of additions and future funds that are going to go into healthcare in the future will go a long way to ensuring that that happens as much as possible. Well, I don't know that I would support cutting social programs at all, and certainly not civil service. The people in civil service, they're what keeps this government going and keeps things moving in the island. There's a very dedicated workforce there that we'll continue to support.
I don't think we need to start slashing civil service. Sure, we have a lot of civil service, but there's a lot of areas where civil services are needed in PEI. We can, as people go out of the system, you have to look at that and just, and work with the civil service and find out where the needs are. There's boards and commissions that have been brought on, and they're very expensive. Those are high-paying positions since GIZ government got into power, and also before that with the previous government of Pat Vince. We need to look at those things. We don't need, I believe, wine testing specialists here in PEI. And there's a lot of other things that, other boards to help PEI, we will dismantle. They're unaccountable to anyone. They're not elected.
By the looks of things now, services is cut back far enough now. You take our ERs cut. There's enough positions gone there already. We really can't take away anymore because we'll have nothing left. We have to put more emphasis on not wasting our money. Put it in places where we need it and not in places where we don't need it. There's a lot of waste to our money where it's it goes for no reason, no need. And you use some common sense, and we'll find you'll use your money more wisely. Well, our seniors are forgotten about for sure. They're a part of our society that we seem to try to tuck away somewhere where somebody else will take care of them, whereas we gotta look out more for them, help them more, and there's good senior homes where they can come together and socialize. There is lots of social activities for seniors if they want to get out and do it. We need to improve our manners for sure. Our manner is not in very good shape. It definitely needs to be worked on it. The seniors housing, I've been in some that's very good. I've been in some that's not so good. Seniors in the country living alone, home care. They need home care to help them out from time to time, and that's a big asset. They need to do more interaction. There's too many of them alone.
There again, that has to do with farming and fishing. The aging population in rural PEI, we plan to make incentives, small business loans, and new business loans for small and medium-sized businesses. In most cases, the average would probably be a $50,000 loan. Some of them would be grants to small and medium-sized business. If you were to come to our government looking for money to start up a new business, just like I said, I talked about farming and Fraser Vale down here years ago. That kind of a cooperative system is what we want to enhance in PEI. And I believe with small farms and small businesses in PEI that are thriving, you will have young people enter in that field, and you will have, with young people, you have communities that are vital and that are growing communities with
I think that the program that we have, the initiatives that we've taken towards seniors over the last several years has been excellent. Recently I had the opportunity to be at a presentation given by the seniors in Prince Edward Island, and they are very excited about the things that have been done over the last several years and the things that are going to continue to be done. We're seeing more manors being expanded. We're seeing home care for seniors being expanded in terms of dollars that are going to be available. So I think we're moving in the right direction for our seniors. I don't think so, and the reason why I say that, it's as simple as this. As a father, sometimes we want to do things for our own children within our own economic boundaries within the household. Things come up from time to time where your household expenditures go far beyond what's taken place, and it's not due to any planned event, it's those unplanned events that happen. And I don't think our families are going to fire us as moms or dads when things don't get to where they want to all the times. So I think you have to, if you're going to make promises though, I think you have to do as much as possible to maintain that those are kept. However, we always have to be mindful of those things that will happen that won't allow that to happen. And as an example, the major recession we've seen worldwide in the last number of years. Nobody foresaw that 4 years ago. So when you have to deal with those types of issues, it may be something that you can't do in the 4-year mandate, but it may be something that it's achievable over the next 4 years.
Yeah, well, first off, I haven't made any promises. I don't intend making any promises. I intend to help the people after I'm elected. Everyone. Nobody in particular. And yeah, if I come up with some brain dead ideas, it's going to cost the taxpayers money and it doesn't improve anyone's livelihood or living, sure, vote me out. Simple as that. I'm here to help.
you'd have to make a decision. It's hard to blanket that question with an answer because every circumstance is different. Some MLAs, well, the MLAs right now don't have very much power at all, almost nil the power they have because they're dictated from Charlottetown, from behind the scenes in Charlottetown, and that's one thing about our party. If we're elected, we don't owe anyone. The lawyers and accountants in Charlottetown will not be dictating what's going on in PEI. The money that will be spent will be sent on the people, on the voters.